So I was just walking around the neighborhood in a random Chinese city, enjoying my morning stroll, and all of a sudden I came across this. This is a giant Eiffel Tower. So today we are going to explore a special neighborhood of one of the Chinese cities called Hangzhou. It's not actually random, it's a pretty big one. It's like French style neighborhood which they built almost 20 years ago, so it's not like brand new. It was built in 2007. Initially this neighborhood became famous as a ghost town, but then after time more and more people settled down here, so nowadays it's actually a standard Chinese neighborhood which basically lost its hype. What's going on here right now is basically the process of renovation of this territory. They started new development project around this giant Eiffel Tower, so they kind of building sort of the shopping mall or something, or maybe some kind of like entertainment center. And nowadays you can enjoy a giant construction site around the Eiffel Tower without a chance to approach it closely. Ni hao?
Ni hao?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
这里进不去。
It's gonna be like new neighborhood, right?
我听不懂你讲什么。
Sorry, I don't speak Chinese, never mind. 我喜欢中国。中国 good.
你俄罗斯朋友？
俄罗斯。
哦，就是咱好朋友嘞。
All right, all right.
哦，对对，哦对。
Okay, okay. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
What's actually very funny for me, and I've heard about it from other foreigners, is that when Chinese people see a foreigner, like a white person, frequently they assume that you are automatically Russian. Not like American or something, but Russian. And well, in my case, it's just by coincidence the case, because I'm Russian, right? But well, probably because of the overall proximity of Russia to China, so there are indeed plenty of people from Russia traveling to China. The countries share border, actually, and I guess that's the reason why they initially assume that if they see a white traveler, well, probably he is just not from too far from here, so let's say from Russia. Is there something interesting you're looking for? Let's see what are the chances for us to get closer to that Eiffel Tower. I guess I made it to one of the checkpoints leading there. There? Okay? No?
No.
There? No. No way. Okay. It's closed. Closed. Okay. Okay, sorry. Well, you see, there is no way for us to get straight there, so we can only enjoy this replica again from the outside. It's quite dystopian scenery, isn't it? Giant construction site with like ruined area around it, and there is this replica of the Eiffel Tower, which is only 3 times shorter than the original one. Instead of only building this single Eiffel Tower replica in its middle, they actually replicated the entire part of the Paris around that Eiffel Tower. Look at this architecture, it totally resembles something which we can see in Paris on the approaches to Eiffel Tower, right? Well, I've never been to Paris myself, I've never been to France in general, but I've seen a bunch of photographs and videos from that general area, and admittedly there is a lot of similarities in what you can see here with what is actually in France. But before exploring this section of the neighborhood, let's have some kind of breakfast. We need to find some authentic French breakfast, ideally. Let's get some coffee. I already have cigarettes, and I guess this is what we need right now. There are not so many coffee shops in this neighborhood, funnily enough, so I guess we can just take something here. Can I have latte?
Latte.
Latte, standard latte. It's small or average?
It's small.
This is small, this is average, this is big, right? I take this.
Okay.
Here.
Hot.
Hot, yeah. Thank you. So I've just got my latte. I had to wait for my order for maybe a little bit longer than I expected initially, but that's understandable. It's morning hours right now, and a lot of people just order coffee, order like takeaway coffee through delivery. See, there is a lot of e-bikes of food delivery guys. So it's very common in China to just order something online. And when you order things online, you actually frequently have some decent discounts which are unavailable if you go to the store physically. So many people prefer doing so. Well, just tried the coffee. Well, it's okay, it's nice. Maybe not the greatest latte, but still pretty good. I would say I like it, right? But it wouldn't be an authentic French breakfast if you didn't have this. Yeah, because I'm not an active smoker, I'm doing it socially. I still have a little bit of North Korean cigarettes left, something which I purchased on the border of China and North Korea. But we have an issue because apparently I lost my lighter. We need to find the lighter. I need to ask someone. Sorry, do you have... No? Excuse me, do you have lighter? Thank you. Sissy, you give one to me?
Yes.
Thank you, Sissy. Sissy very much. Sissy, thank you. I lost mine, so I don't have mine. Thank you. Wow, I was basically given the lighter. We are having probably the most authentic French breakfast possible. Cup of coffee and a cigarette. Actually sounds very Balkanic, right? Because, well, when I was in Serbia I noticed that a lot of people having the same kind of breakfast. The difference is that they usually order espresso, some stronger coffee, or maybe Turkish coffee, which they call differently. But anyhow, the concept is similar. We are in the backyard of one of these French-style buildings. See, they even have a little garden, a path for walking, so it's pretty nice. Well, the major difference between what you can see here in China and in France is a giant parking lot for all of these e-bikes, which so many people here use. There is some Chinese establishment over there. Looks quite surreal to see all of these like Chinese characters in seemingly European building. So many air conditioners. Wow. I guess in summer it's very hot here, definitely. And again, a grain of authenticity. See, everyone is drying their clothes after laundry on their balconies. They even have a hilarious sculpture on the entrance to one of these buildings, so let's check out their insides. On the very first floor, as usual, they store bikes, not e-bikes, but actual bicycles. See, they even have a special shelf for their boots situated here in this publicly accessible section. So I guess it's pretty safe here to just leave your belongings straight here. No one is going to steal them. That's why they're confident leaving their stuff in this common section. See, we are getting to another floor and it's exactly the same situation here. So back to the main street of this French-style neighborhood. It's basically a long alley which stretches for approximately 1 kilometer from the Eiffel Tower all the way to the park over there. Indeed, French-looking architecture, but with a grain of China, obviously. You can notice that mostly first floors of all of these buildings, they're taken by some private businesses, well, by some shops, restaurants, cafes. Here they have a street market where you can get some fresh vegetables and fruits from aunties and uncles, which is very nice. I don't actually see a single European food restaurant or anything. And it's definitely not fair to say anymore that this is a ghost town or something like that, because I can see hundreds of people around me. Well, when they just built this neighborhood, small amount of people settled down here initially, but the whole neighborhood was already completed, and because of that it looked like the ghost town. But after years of development, more and more people eventually purchased apartments here, moved to here, and nowadays it's quite alive. I guess this is the fountain, which definitely works in summer. In the center of its composition there are several horses. They have all sorts of entertainment in this neighborhood, even some playgrounds for children, some attractions for them. Here you can win some kind of a puppy pad. So, well, you can find some standard Chinese activities here. Well, see, just found another local market where they apparently sell fruits mainly. This is an interesting fruit, by the way. It's called Zhensheng fruit. It has a distinct melon flavor. It's like a mix of peach and melon, I would say. Very nice one. See, someone is selling, I don't know, it looks like a bamboo, definitely. Yeah, basically huge sticks of bamboo. Dozens and dozens of different kinds of businesses on the street. And there is this uncle sitting here. I'm wondering, what is he actually doing? Maybe we can ask him. Ni hao, I was just curious what you are doing. It looks like you are doing some kind of promotion, right?
对，是我们物业的那个营销活动，然后就是交物业费力度打折。
Yeah, it was our property management's marketing campaign, which offered discounts on property fees, and it was an event organized by a platform. So they kind of offering some discounts. Okay, I got it. See. Well, while walking around this neighborhood, I have this kind of feeling that you can move from China, but you cannot move China out of you. And it's not bad at all. So it's all of this like European architecture, which is completely foreign for this area, but they adapted this environment for their local needs. So it's still like local people here with their local habits and culture, and it's beautiful. So it makes this kind of blend of everything. You speak little. Okay. Are you from here, from this neighborhood?
Yeah.
You live here.
Yes.
Is it nice? Is it a nice place? Do you like it?
Not very nice. Not very good.
Not very good. What you don't like in this neighborhood? What would you like to improve or make better?
No idea.
No idea. So you kind of like it, but something can be better, right? Okay. And do you study in university? You're a student?
Yes, I'm middle school.
Middle school. So you're still a school student.
Yeah.
And is it easy for you to study in school, or it's hard?
Homework is really
A lot of homework. Homework is difficult, right?
yeah. I'm 50 years old.
15. Okay. So when you finish your school, will you join university or you will start working immediately?
我认为会上大学吧。
Okay, so you will go to university after your school. Okay. Thank you very much, Cici. And have a nice day. What is your name?
My name is Li Wenbo.
Okay, I'm Ivan. Ivan. I'm from Russia.
Russia.
LOC.
Bye bye.
Okay, nice to meet you. Bye bye. Have a good day. I admire the level of safety in China because apparently people don't mind leaving their clothes drying up basically on the public street where everyone can potentially take it. See, they're drying their towels, some other kinds of clothes just here on the street, and like no one cares. There are so many statues of horses and horse heads in this neighborhood. I would personally call this place a horse alley. See, there is another giant monument with a group of people carrying the globe over there, and they're surrounded by the horses. What they're doing? This is the cabbage or something. Hello, ni hao. Don't you speak English by any chance? English, no? No. Okay, no, I'm just showing. Yeah, so apparently they're just washing some vegetables and later they're selling it or doing something. What are you doing with this cabbage and vegetables?
你好，做冬腌菜，中文能懂吗？还有那个。
Oh, so they're doing pickles. So they're washing it for now. Then apparently they're drying these vegetables here on the ground, and later they're going to do some pickles from it, apparently. I don't know. Well, okay, see. Bye-bye.